Before time began, before light had ever touched the dark, there was nothing. No stars, no space, no sound. Only a silence so complete, even the idea of silence didn't exist. Imagine that for a moment. Not darkness, because darkness requires light to define it. Not emptiness, because emptiness requires space to exist within. Just nothing. A void beyond comprehension. A state so foreign to our minds that we have no words adequate to describe it. And then, from that nothingness, something changed. A pulse, a vibration, a flicker, smaller than a grain of dust, smaller than an atom, smaller than anything we can measure, containing everything that would ever be. Every galaxy, every star, every planet, every thought you've ever had, all of it compressed into a point of infinite density, infinite temperature, infinite potential. In less than a heartbeat, that flicker became a storm, an explosion beyond imagination. Energy, light, and matter bursting outward in every direction simultaneously, birthing time itself, space itself, reality itself. This was the beginning, the moment the universe opened its eyes, the moment reality began to breathe. Scientists call it the Big Bang, but that name doesn't capture the majesty of it. It wasn't an explosion in space, it was an explosion of space. The very fabric of existence suddenly bursting into being, carrying with it the seeds of everything that would follow. In that first moment, the laws of physics were born. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak nuclear forces, the fundamental rules that would govern all of reality for the next 13.8 billion years. And in that chaos, in that primordial fire, the universe began its long journey from simplicity to complexity, from uniformity to diversity.
In the first second after the Big Bang, temperatures reached 1 trillion degrees. Particles collided and vanished, then returned again, like sparks in an endless fire. Within 3 minutes, the first elements formed: hydrogen, helium, the building blocks of creation. For 380,000 years, the universe was opaque. Then light was set free, space became transparent. Gravity gathered clouds of hydrogen. After millions of years, darkness, then suddenly light. The first stars ignited, each one forging carbon, oxygen, iron. These stars died in supernovas, scattering elements across space. Every atom in your body was once stardust. We are made of starlight.
As stars multiplied, gravity drew them into galaxies. Billions of stars moving in orbital dances. Spirals with elegant arms. Ellipticals, vast and ancient. Structures so vast that light takes millions of years to cross them. Among these giants, one was special, the Milky Way. Gravity sculpted it over billions of years, arms of silver dust and radiant stars. At its center, a supermassive black hole, a glowing disk containing hundreds of billions of stars. Somewhere within, a small yellow star was born. Around it, gas and dust clumped together. Over millions of years, these clumps became worlds. 8 planets formed, and on the third from the sun, something extraordinary was about to happen. 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was molten, fire and chaos, glowing red hot, bombarded by asteroids, oceans of lava, lightning splitting the skies. But something beautiful was brewing. As the planet cooled, rain fell for centuries. Oceans filled the scars of stone. In those dark waters, chemistry became biology. Tiny molecules began to copy themselves. 1 became 2. 2 became 1,000,000. The first cells appeared 3.8 billion years ago. Simple organisms that could evolve. Some learned to harvest sunlight, releasing oxygen. That oxygen created the ozone layer. The Earth became a storyteller. Coral reefs rose. Forests grew. Creatures learned to walk, to see, to dream. After 4 billion years, a species appeared that could look up and wonder. Humans built telescopes that reached into the dark. What they saw amazed them. Millions of galaxies scattered across space. We were not at the center of anything, just a small world orbiting an average star. Light takes time to cross space. The sun's light takes 8 minutes. Distant galaxies take billions of years. In 1964, scientists discovered a faint hiss from all directions. The cosmic microwave background, radiation from when atoms first formed. This radiation is a baby picture of the universe. At 380,000 years old, it tells us the universe is 13.8 billion years old.
The universe is expanding faster than ever. Galaxies drift apart, pushed by dark energy. New stars are still being born. The cycle continues. Yet 95% of everything remains invisible. Dark matter and dark energy. Forces that shape galaxies and control space, but we cannot see them. The universe holds its secrets just out of reach. Why does it exist? Why these laws of physics change gravity slightly and stars can't form? Everything is just right. But why? Some think there are infinite universes. Perhaps ours is one bubble in an eternal multiverse. Maybe creation is an eternal heartbeat. When you stand under a clear night sky and see those distant lights scattered across infinity, remember, you are not looking at strangers. You are looking at your own reflection. You are 13.8 billion years old. You are stardust contemplating stardust. We ask, how was the universe created? But perhaps the real question is, why does it exist at all? Why does anything exist instead of nothing? Some say it's quantum fluctuation, the universe appearing from nothing. Others invoke a creator, a first cause. We may never know the answer, but the question itself is profound. Maybe the universe wanted to know itself, and so it made eyes to see, minds to wonder, and hearts to feel. Through us, the universe looks back at its own history. Through us, it experiences beauty, love, curiosity. We are the universe's way of understanding itself. You are the universe thinking about itself. Every time you look up at the stars, every time you feel wonder at the enormity of space and time, you are participating in the greatest story ever told. The story of how something came from nothing, how complexity arose from simplicity, how consciousness emerged from matter. You are connected to the beginning of everything, and somewhere beyond time and distance, the first spark of creation still burns quietly, eternally.